What's going on? I'm the kid Gowie here with the game day to bring you the hot topic of the week. This week's hot topic: which NBA trade rumors seem to be the most realistic? Just like every other year, the closer we get to the NBA Finals, the more we start to hear free agency and trade rumors begin to surface. And when it comes to NBA fans today, pretty much every damn player in the league is tradable. For real, it only takes two things. One, you had a terrible postseason performance, so everybody wants you gone.
Y'all ain't met playoff P yet, huh?
Or your postseason performance was so good that fans think you deserve better, so they want you gone. And trust me, I know that logic is kind of weird, but hey, we're here. So keeping that in perspective, there has been a lot of big names mentioned in trade rumors already up to this point. So far, I've heard trade rumors based around players like Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, James Wiseman, Kristaps Porzingis, and Pascal Siakam. Now, realistically, if we were to see a move amongst these players, it'll probably only be one or two of these guys. And I'm telling you right now, a guy like Donovan Mitchell, not going anywhere. Even though there are also rumors of Dwayne Wade saying that he's concerned about Donovan Mitchell's desire to stay long term, I personally feel like it would be a step back to leave the number one team in the Western Conference. One thing that players and fans have to keep in mind is that winning a championship is not easy. But I'm gonna let you guys know right now, there's no way you get the number one seed in the Western Conference by sheer luck. And with the run they've had this season, it's clear that the Utah Jazz have a solid foundation that's capable of winning. And we can actually argue if Spider never injured his ankle, the Utah Jazz could possibly still be playing today. So with that being said, I'm scratching Don off my list. Worst case scenario, you play one more season as a Utah Jazz. If it doesn't work, then you demand a trade. Another unrealistic name on my list is Damian Lillard. Yes, I get it. The thought of Dame Time going to another city is very exciting. But the way that man's loyalty is set up, Dame said it himself, he doesn't run away from the grind. And even though there have been reports of there being tension between Dame and the front office, I ultimately expect the front office to do right by Dame. So I'm gonna have to piggyback Yusuf Nurkic. If you ruin a relationship with a player as loyal as Dame Lillard, good luck recruiting players to have interest in joining your franchise, as well as keeping the players that you currently have. In other words, I'm also scratching Dame off my list because I don't think the Portland front office is that stupid.
With the first pick in the 2007 NBA draft.
Now on to my 50-50 guys, Ben Simmons and CJ McCollum. CJ may have been disappointing in the playoffs this season, but that does not change the caliber of a player he is. Also, you can't put all the blame on him. Portland's Achilles heel for the past 3 or 4 seasons has always been their defense. So it's been very odd to me to hear CJ's name brought up in trade rumors and hearing all the slander, because in elimination games, CJ has been one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent player on the Blazers roster. But now that they have Norman Powell, it isn't unrealistic that they sacrifice CJ McCollum to bring in a wing player to help them defensively. As for Ben Simmons,
if you average 18 during the regular season, you can't drop it to 5. At least gotta be 18, 19, or 20.
His playoff performance was inexcusable, and that seems to be the popular opinion across the entire NBA community. But even with that being said, we can't ignore the fact that he's one of the best defenders in the NBA that can guard all 5 positions and do it at a high level. He'll only be turning 25 in a few weeks, which means there's still a lot of time to grow, which also means Philly could put up with Ben for another season or 2. But once again, him being traded is not unrealistic. Even though Daryl Morey came out and said that he wanted to move forward with Ben Simmons on the team, you gotta keep in mind this is the same guy that he almost traded for James Harden. So basically, talk is cheap, and if the price is right, Ben Simmons is getting shipped out with no hesitation. And finally, we have the realistic bunch: James Wiseman, Pascal Siakam, and Kristaps Porzingis. There has been a lot of tension and confusion with the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not sure what's going on, I'm not sure what their plan is, and it's very possible that the hiring of Jason Kidd as the new head coach could change his thoughts on the current situation. But the real concern is, can both him and Luka Doncic coexist? If KP is demanding a bigger role, that means less touches for Luka. And if you've seen Luka ball, you don't take the ball out of his hands, especially not for a big. As for Pascal Siakam, he's a solid player, but majority of the NBA community can agree when they say he's not the guy that you build around. So if they actually have plans to go into a full rebuild mode, it actually would make sense to sacrifice Pascal Siakam so you could start from scratch. And that's where James Wiseman comes in. A swap between the Golden State Warriors and the Toronto Raptors isn't a bad idea. The Raptors add some youth and versatility to their front court, while the Golden State Warriors get that defensive presence that they missed from Andre Iguodala. But that's enough from me. I want to hear opinions from you guys. Who do you think is the most realistic to be traded, and what is the best landing spot for him? Remember, the term is realistic. Don't come in here with your NBA trades with the last 2 men off a bench getting traded for an all-star. That's not how this works.